Hello friends, my name is Pranad Trivedi,
My name is Arsan.
and today we are going to discuss about what is the intrusion detection system and how it can be done in the real-time HTTP request. So this is the index, like what we are going to do in this project. So first is the introduction, then requirement for the system, your project at glance, the flow chart and the block diagram, detailed explanation of your project, demonstration, explanation of code, evaluation parameter, and like the conclusion.
First of all, introduction. We will see that what is IDS. IDS, in our case, Python-based real-time intrusion detection system, is a system designed used to monitor network traffic and detect potential security breaches. It also uses Python programming language to analyze traffic in real time and can identify malicious activities. This system is an effective way to protect your network from cyber attacks.
So like basically what is intrusion detection? So like if we are using a browser and we are making any search in that, so the browser will send multiple HTTP requests to that particular destination, and that the request count will be set by the host. So basically what we are doing is, so we are counting the HTTP request, and then we are making an algorithm so that if the number of requests limit exceeds, then it can detect the intrusion.
What is our approach? In our project, we will use to data set in different HTTP requests that is made up of browser while we are surfing from internet. With this data, we are trying to classify the different types of protocols and number of hops, types of request, delay, etc. We use this classification to determine whether the request is safe or not, or like HTTP and HTTPS secure. After getting idea of that, we are focusing on which data is shared in the backend based on we can say about the intrusion in our site.
So understanding the HTTP request. So what is the HTTP request? So basically HTTP request is when we are logging in any in the browser, then we are clicking on the login. So after that click on the login button, then that browser will send the data to that destination, to that server for checking the database and for authenticating us. So there are two kinds of requests, get and post. So get requests are for getting the data from the browser, and the post requests are for that, like what we have entered in that particular text field, it will be sent to the browser for checking. And the HTTP request contains a request line like for the address, then a header, and then body.
Now, what is the benefit of real-time HTTP request intrusion detection? When we have to real-time verify the intrusion is occur or not, we can say that in real time automatic alerts are there, complex complaints are there, continuous monitoring is also a way to detect the intrusion in the system. Uh, we can also see by real-time request intrusion detection system, which can automatically generate alerts as per the security terms response and when an action particular action is occurred.
Like how it can be used for like if you are an organization, then we can check like what kind of requests are made inside the organization and from the outside of the organization, like that. So this is the implementation, like what we have done in this project. So we have first of all installed some necessary framework for that, like some Python libraries for their like request library. Then we have used the UID library and also a time library for getting the current time, so that we can make a log file for which kind of requests done at which time. So let's see the demonstration. So this is the code. So as I told you, we have used these three library. One is for time, then other one is for request, and then UID library. So first of all, we are here defining the time interval, which is in the second, like mentioned in the comment. Then we are making the maximum number of requests is defined. Then here we have one function called request count, which will be count the number of requests which is made by this kind of function. And then here is the function which are going to make the request and counting the request. So as you can see, we have passing the URL, and then we are making in the loop for which we can send the URL, the HTTP request. Then here is the function which can simulate the intrusion attempt. Like we have to make it manually because intrusion attack cannot be done right now in the publicly. That's why we have made the status coding, and we have made one small intrusion in which we are going to send 100 requests in 0.1 second of time. That's why it can detect the intrusion.
Then we have defined the targeted URL and also has run the IDS code without the intrusion attempt, and also has run the IDM with an intrusion attempt for our printing output. This is for printing purpose. When the responses get in range of 20, then it will show the status about response status change is 200. That means your URL is okay and it is intrusion is not there. After the maximum attempt, it will show the intrusion as per the IDS will show the alert for the maximum number of requests has been existed. So we will came to know that intrusion has been occurred in our system.
Here,
Yeah.
the response code is 200, and 200 means that request is successfully get, and the response is sent as a feedback. Thank you.